Imagine standing on the deck of a ship so massive that it feels like a floating city, a vessel so technologically advanced that it redefines the very concept of naval power projection. This is the USS Gerald R, the United States Navy's latest and most sophisticated aircraft carrier, a true marvel of engineering that symbolizes America's dominance on the seas in the year 2025. Named after the 38th President of the United States, this supercarrier represents not only the culmination of decades of naval expertise but also the dawn of a new era in maritime warfare. At over 1,092 feet in length and displacing more than 100,000 tons, the Gerald R is not just a warship, it is a strategic tool of power projection, deterrence, and influence. What makes this ship so extraordinary, and why is it regarded as the most advanced carrier ever built? In this video, we will explore in depth the specifications, innovations, and unmatched capabilities of the Gerald R, and by the end, you might find yourself questioning whether any navy in the world can truly rival the power it brings to the oceans. When discussing the Gerald R, it is impossible to ignore its sheer size and scale. Aircraft carriers have always been among the largest warships in existence, but the Ford class takes this to another level. Measuring more than 3 football fields in length and capable of carrying a complement of over 4,500 personnel when fully staffed, it is essentially a floating military base. The ship's expansive flight deck is designed to handle over 160 sorties per day, a dramatic improvement over its predecessors in the Nimitz class. This increase in operational tempo is made possible by a redesign of the deck layout, which minimizes aircraft taxi times and maximizes launch and recovery efficiency. Its hangar bays and maintenance facilities are optimized to service fifth-generation fighters like the F-35C Lightning II, as well as a variety of support aircraft, drones, and helicopters. By 2025, the Ford class has proven its ability to sustain high-intensity air operations for prolonged periods, making it a formidable force multiplier for U.S. naval strategy around the globe. At the heart of the Gerald R's capabilities lies its revolutionary launch and recovery systems. Unlike the steam catapults used by the older Nimitz-class carriers, the Ford is equipped with the Electromagnetic Aircraft Launch System, or EMALS. This cutting-edge system uses linear induction motors to accelerate aircraft to takeoff speeds, providing smoother launches with less wear and tear on both the aircraft and the carrier itself. EMALS allows for a wider variety of aircraft to be launched, including lighter drones and heavier future aircraft designs, significantly enhancing operational flexibility. On the recovery side, the Ford employs the advanced arresting gear system, which uses energy-absorbing water turbines and digital controls to safely decelerate landing aircraft. Together, EMALS and advanced arresting gear not only improve efficiency and safety but also reduce maintenance requirements, a critical factor in sustaining long-term operations. By 2025, these technologies have proven their worth, enabling the Ford-class carriers to support both current and next-generation air wings with unmatched precision and reliability. Powering this enormous supercarrier requires an equally extraordinary engineering solution, and the Gerald R delivers with its 2 Bechtel A1B nuclear reactors. Each of these reactors produces nearly 700 megawatts of power, providing the ship with a total output that is 3 times greater than the reactors on the Nimitz class. This abundance of energy is not just for propulsion, which allows the carrier to cruise at speeds exceeding 30 knots, it also provides the electrical capacity to support the ship's advanced systems, from EMALS to powerful radar arrays, and potentially future directed energy weapons such as lasers and railguns. The reactors are designed for efficiency, requiring fewer crew members for operation and extending the intervals between refueling to over 25 years. In practical terms, this means that once deployed, the Gerald R can remain at sea indefinitely, limited only by the endurance of its crew and the resupply of food and aviation fuel. This combination of unlimited range and massive electrical output ensures that the Ford is not only a carrier for today but is also prepared to integrate the technologies of tomorrow. The survivability of a supercarrier is another key factor in its design, and the Gerald R incorporates some of the most advanced defensive measures ever placed on a ship. Its hull and vital compartments are reinforced with modern armor and designed with survivability in mind, capable of withstanding damage from both conventional and asymmetric threats. The carrier is equipped with layered defenses, including RIM 116 rolling airframe missiles, evolved Sea Sparrow missiles, and Phalanx close-in weapon systems, all integrated into a highly sophisticated Aegis-derived combat system. In addition to these hard-kill defenses, the Ford uses an array of electronic warfare suites and decoy launchers to confuse and disrupt enemy targeting systems. Perhaps most importantly, the carrier's defense is not limited to what is mounted on its deck. It operates at the center of a carrier strike group, protected by cruisers, destroyers, submarines, and air assets that create a near-impenetrable shield around it. In the year 2025, the Ford class is designed not simply to survive in hostile environments but to thrive as the nucleus of American power projection across the world's oceans. Technology on the Gerald R. Ford extends far beyond weapons and propulsion. It is also about efficiency and crew sustainability. One of the most significant design changes compared to previous carriers is its highly automated systems, which allow the ship to operate with a crew that is nearly 600 fewer sailors than a Nimitz-class carrier. This reduction not only lowers operating costs but also improves quality of life for the crew, as more space is available for living quarters, recreation, and support facilities. The ship's advanced command and control centers are equipped with state-of-the-art digital systems, enabling commanders to have unparalleled situational awareness and coordination across the battlespace. These improvements make the Ford not just a war machine but also a workplace designed for the long-term well-being and effectiveness of its sailors, an often overlooked aspect of military readiness that is crucial for sustaining prolonged deployments. In terms of its aviation capabilities, the Gerald R. Ford is designed to operate seamlessly with the most advanced aircraft of the 21st century. Its air wing includes the F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters, which bring fifth-generation capabilities such as low observability, sensor fusion, and network-centric warfare integration to the carrier strike group. Alongside the F-35C SRF divided by a -18E divided by F Super Hornets, EA-18G Growler electronic warfare aircraft, E-2D advanced Hawkeyes for airborne early warning, and MH-60 Seahawk helicopters. In the near future, the Ford is also expected to integrate unmanned aerial vehicles such as the MQ-25 Stingray, which will provide aerial refueling and extended surveillance capabilities. By 2025, this combination of manned and unmanned systems makes the Gerald R. Ford's air wing not just a collection of aircraft but a cohesive, networked force multiplier capable of dominating the skies over any battlefield. Strategically, the Gerald R. Ford represents more than just a ship, it is a statement of power and intent. Aircraft carriers have always been symbols of national strength, but the Ford class reaffirms the United States' commitment to maintaining global maritime dominance. With the ability to deploy anywhere in the world's oceans, the Ford can project air power deep into contested regions, deter potential adversaries, and reassure allies. Its presence alone in a region can shift geopolitical dynamics, as adversaries must contend with the knowledge that a floating airbase capable of launching hundreds of sorties is operating nearby. In 2025, as tensions simmer in regions such as the South China Sea, the Arctic, and the Middle East, the Gerald R. Ford stands as both a deterrent and a guarantor of American influence, shaping the strategic environment simply by existing.